Wait, why? Is every dish shared at a Chinese dinner even when everyone has their own bowl? I'm Lynn, and this is Lynn Explains China, simple stories behind everyday Chinese life. Picture this. Maya is a product designer from Boston, and tonight she is joining my family for dinner in Shanghai. She sits down, opens the menu, and prepares to choose her entrée. Then the food begins arriving. Fish, eggplant, greens, tofu, chicken, soup, dumplings, more greens because apparently the first vegetables needed colleagues. Every plate lands in the middle of the table. Nothing stops in front of Maya. After the 8th dish, she leans toward me and whispers, "Did they forget my order?" No, they remembered everyone's order. The order belongs to the table. That is the short answer. At many Chinese family meals, banquets, and group restaurant dinners, each person has a bowl, a small plate, and chopsticks, but the flavorful dishes are shared. The meal is organized as a collection, not as 8 separate culinary islands. Look closely at Maya's place setting. Her rice bowl is personal. The dishes in the middle are communal. This creates a simple structure. One staple for you, many flavors for the table. In Chinese, one useful word for those flavorful dishes sounds like tesai, rice, noodles, or another staple gives the meal its base. Those dishes give it color, texture, aroma, and the exciting possibility that one pepper is much braver than you are. You take a small amount of one dish, eat it with rice, then try another. A bite of crisp vegetables can follow something rich. Soup can calm the situation. Dumplings can restart it. So instead of receiving one large main course and staying with it, everyone builds a slightly different meal from the same shared set. This is one reason variety matters. A Chinese group dinner often tries to balance different cooking methods and sensations. Something steamed, something stir-fried, something braised, something fresh, something soft, and something that announces its arrival from 3 tables away. No single person needs to order a huge portion of every flavor. One plate can supply crunch for 6 people, another can supply heat. A third can be the quiet comfort dish that everyone keeps returning to while pretending they are still exploring. The kitchen makes several different pieces. The table assembles them into one meal. Now watch the lazy Susan. Maya has just discovered the fish. She reaches for a second piece, but somebody rotates the glass table. The fish begins traveling away with the calm confidence of a train leaving exactly on time. Maya follows it with her chopsticks. I gently rotate it back and explain the rhythm. Take a little, rotate when needed, pause when somebody is serving, and send a popular dish toward the person who cannot reach it. The Lazy Susan is not only furniture, it is traffic management for dinner. There is real coordination here. People watch hands, notice who has not tried something, and make tiny adjustments without holding a meeting. One laboratory study even found that strangers who ate from shared plates reported more coordination afterward. That does not prove a national personality, but it does capture something familiar. Sharing food makes you pay attention to other people. Compare this with many restaurant meals in the United States. You choose an entrée, it arrives directly in front of you, and that plate becomes your small edible kingdom. Starters or fries may be shared, but the main course has an owner. Many French or German restaurant settings also use individual courses or plates. The kitchen decides the sequence. Each diner receives a complete composition. A shared Chinese dinner moves some of that composition onto the table. Instead of asking, "What am I eating?" the group first asks, "What are we ordering?" That conversation can become its own little negotiation. One person wants fish, someone dislikes cilantro. An uncle says he is not hungry and then orders 4 dishes. The final menu is a group portrait painted in soy sauce. But sharing plates is not uniquely Chinese. Spanish tapas, Eastern Mediterranean meze, Korean banchan, Ethiopian platters, and family-style meals in many countries all create communal eating. The important difference is not invention. It is the default grammar. For many Chinese group dinners, shared dishes are not a special family-style option printed at the bottom of the menu. They are simply how the meal is expected to work. The table, dish sizes, serving order, and conversation are built around circulation. Sharing also gives hospitality somewhere to go. At our dinner, my aunt notices that Maya likes dumplings. She picks up the dedicated serving chopsticks, lifts the roundest dumpling, and places it in Maya's bowl. Maya smiles. Then a second dumpling arrives, then a third. At this point, hospitality has become a subscription service. Offering a good piece can mean, "I'm glad you're here," or "You should try this," or simply, "I noticed what you enjoyed." Care crosses the table as an action, not a speech. Of course, the guest is still allowed to have preferences. A polite, "Thank you, I'm full," is useful, so is accepting one bite without treating dinner like an endurance sport. And what about hygiene? In more formal settings, and increasingly at many restaurants and family meals, you may see communal serving chopsticks or spoons. The Chinese term is gong kuai, roughly gong kuai. They move food from the shared dish to your personal bowl. Your own chopsticks handle the food in your bowl. If serving utensils are provided, use them. If they are not, follow the host and the table. Do not dig through a dish searching for the one mushroom that looks emotionally available. Take a nearby piece, move it to your bowl, and continue. Also, do not hover over the lazy Susan like an airport radar system. Serve yourself, release the table, and let dinner circulate. Now for the important correction: not every meal in China is shared. A bowl of noodles is usually yours. So is a lunch set, a bento box, fast food, a cafe meal, or the dumplings you ordered alone after a long day. Solo dining has grown. Restaurants offer individual portions, and young office workers are perfectly capable of eating lunch without negotiating custody of the tofu. Even at a shared dinner, families differ. Region, age, restaurant type, health concerns, and personal habit all change the rules. Some tables use serving chopsticks carefully. Some are more informal. Some people love rotating tables. Others choose seats based on strategic access to the roast duck. So every dish is a useful question, not a literal census result. Back at our table, Maya finally understands the system. She takes one small piece of fish into her bowl. Then she rotates the lazy Susan toward my aunt, who has been sitting too far from the dumplings she ordered for everyone else. My aunt laughs. Maya laughs. The fish continues its journey. No one forgot Maya's entrée. She did not lose a plate. She joined a different kind of meal, one where the staple may be personal, the dishes belong to the group, and part of eating well is noticing who else is reaching. The shared table works because variety, coordination, and hospitality all use the same piece of furniture. Once you learn the rhythm, take a little, rotate, pause, the dinner stops feeling confusing, it starts feeling like a conversation you can eat. If this made China a little easier and a lot more fun to understand, subscribe. I'm Lynn, and I'll see you in the next story. Subscribe and catch the next clue with Lynn.